Welcome back. We just got our truck out of the shop and it cost us about $1,200 to fix all the damage caused by me driving it over the edge of a bridge, which really, all things considered, not too bad. So today we're going to do a couple of transport contracts. We got a few hours of working light left in the day, and I think we can at least recover the cost of the damages and hopefully come out a little bit ahead, because we were at almost $15,000 and now we're set back to about 13. My goal really was to get to about 20,000 today. So let's see if we can do that. Let's take a look at what contracts are available. We're going to do transport contracts, which should be here near the bottom. Hopefully there are a few. Yes. And I know from experience that these bigger ones are probably going to be heavy, but this does say empty containers. $7,300. That would get us to our goal with one contract. So I'm going to try it. So we need to go to well, I have to find the contract that I accepted. Normally they're right there at the top. Did it disappear? Well, I'm not sure what happened with that contract, so let's do the next biggest one and just see how it goes. We'll hit accept on that one. And did it show up at the top? It did, so this one worked. So we need to go to the biogas plant and take them to the animal dealer. I believe the biogas plant is just around the corner, so that's perfect. This won't be a lot of driving. It'll be mostly lifting and hauling, and then we'll make some good money, really, at about $6,000 for this contract. Hopefully these pallets are not too heavy for us though, because one of the contracts we did was quite a bit of a challenge with the equipment we have. Yeah, this might be a little bit much for our equipment, but let's give it a shot. Hey, I'm able to unfold the trailer now, so that'll make things easier. Let's go ahead and unstrap the skid steer, and then I'll go ahead and turn off the engine because I don't think I will need to have it on the whole time. Don't need to burn all that fuel. So we'll have to see how heavy these totes are. Hopefully we can pick them up. I don't think we'll be able to fit them all on the truck though, so we'll probably have to leave the skid steer here. But let's see how this goes. First challenge is picking the things up. So far, so good. And it looks like they're actually empty. This is a well-paying contract for moving empty containers. That's fantastic. That's good for us. Unless we have to fill them up and bring them back, which I don't think we do. I think we just have to take them to the animal dealer. Let's see if we can get this on here. That's really on my forks there. Okay, one on. We'll use the next one to kind of shove that one over. Let's see if we can get at least 4 on the back of the truck, and then maybe a couple on the trailer, and maybe still fit the skid steer. We'll see, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to unload these to claim our payment. A little too far on that side, but that's okay. Let's back up, lower it down. Okay, 2 on. We almost could stack these because they are so light. I mean, they weigh very little, if anything, but that's going to make my truck super tall. So we're not going to do that. That seems unwise. I think if these were my totes, I would not be happy to see a truck pull up with these stacked too high. I'm trying to match the other one. Nice and gentle. Well, our trailer's a little crooked, but we got all the pallets loaded on, and I do believe that I'll be able to get this skid steer on if I raise the forks up or just plant them right under the totes, but we'll go up this time. Let's see if we can get on. Yeah, the physics are having a little trouble with the fact that I strapped those pallets on and then unfolded the trailer. So we'll see if we can fight with that and get past it. Hopefully I won't slide off this time. Whoa, boy. Okay, I might have to unstrap those. Let's see. Please don't fall. Please. Well, you know, I did load these completely with my skid steer, but since they're empty, I can actually pick them up by hand. And to save a little bit of time, I'm going to do that to load these on again. So far, so good. Yep, looks good. Now I can strap everything down and we can head off to the animal feed dealer to collect our payment. Here we are now. We've got to find the drop-off point for these pallets. I believe it's going to be over here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Now, I don't think they'll all fit at once. Maybe they will. But let's go ahead and get positioned up and unstrapped and get these things unloaded. Now, I think I can probably just grab 2 totes at a time. Let's see. I think I can spread these forks out a little bit. They're pretty light, so I think if we do it right like this, I think we can handle 2 at a time. Fantastic. So that will speed things up significantly. And I just came out from talking to the animal dealer, and they were happy to pay $6,578, bringing us very close to my goal for today, which was $20,000. So how are we going to make another $800 before the sun goes down? We don't have much time. Let's see if there's another small transport contract that we can do. There were only a few left. So the smallest one is the bakery. The gas station's not too far from the bakery, so I think we can do this one. Let's go up and make sure that accepted. Yep. I know where the bakery's at. I know where the gas station's at. So before the sun goes down, I think we can handle this. And then we can get back to our little slice of land and sleep for the night. And tomorrow, I think we'll be able to mow some more. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have some money, so we'll have some things that we can consider. We may go shopping and take a look at some upgrades, but I know that our grass, well, I don't know. I'm fairly certain our grass will be ready to mow again, so we'll have some work to do there. And here's the bakery. Let's see if they've got cakes for us again. It looks like they do. Perfect. These aren't too hard to handle. So let's go ahead and get everything unloaded. I'm going to park here on the road. I don't know how to put my blinkers on, so people will just have to go around me, hopefully. The AI cars aren't too bad about crashing into you. Hey, good job. Thanks. So we'll probably be okay. Let's hop on our skid steer here. Oh, actually, I put the truck in a very poor location for this. That's okay. We'll work with it this time. So let's get these cakes. I wonder if we can carry 2 at a time. I don't remember how heavy these are. We've done cakes once before, but let's see if I can carry. I know I don't want to stack them because they look like they're in those kind of flimsy plastic boxes, but maybe I can carry 2 at a time. Is that realistic? I don't think that's very realistic. I feel like this would not work. Well, it's not pretty, but they're on there. And I think I'm just going to transport this last one right on the forks. All right, that's strapped in. That's strapped in. I think we're headed to the gas station, which, if I'm not mistaken, is just right down the road. And here's the gas station. That was a very short trip for $2,000. Of course, it's not all unloaded yet, so let's see how this goes. I wonder why the gas station needs so many birthday cakes. Or wedding cakes. These are fancy looking cakes for sure. I mean, I've seen cakes at a gas station, but they're usually not this fancy. I'm kind of curious what the story is behind this. Maybe the bakery just like made a deal with the gas station owner to make the gas station a pickup point for their cakes because they don't stay open that often. I know a lot of the bakeries in my town in real life have weird hours. So I guess if you ordered something from them but like couldn't get there on a certain schedule, having an alternate pickup point would be good. And look at us, we're doing tricks. The kind of tricks I want to do though. Let's keep this under control. The person who's supposed to be paying us is watching. So let's get these dropped in here. And look at that, $21,852. We really are making some progress now. And I got me a Frizzy Spiz Extreme while I was in there, so I'm not going to be thirsty. And I'm definitely going to have way too much caffeine right before bed. So just going a little wild. That's all I can say. So let's get back to our tent. We're going to sleep for the night. And then in the morning, we'll see how our grass fields are looking. And given that we now actually have some legitimate funds, see if we want to make some equipment upgrades. We're still going to have to lease stuff for now, but I can see some progress being made to where maybe at some point in the future we'll be able to buy some equipment. I thought I learned my lesson last time when I almost flipped off of a bridge. But you know what? I feel like that was his fault. So let's get his insurance information. He won't even look at me. Excuse me? You just ran into me. Sir. 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 Okay, we're back and did not run into anything else. Did not flip the truck. That's good. And we'll go settle down for the night. So let's see what tomorrow will bring. So it looks like we're at about $2,000 as far as our costs per day, which is good. That means we're making forward progress now. $19,000 in our account, but we have snow. Let's take a look at the growth of our field here. How do I turn on my flashlight? There we go. This one looks good, ready to harvest. Is the entire field ready? The nice thing about grass is I don't think it's seasonal, so we can do this kind of work even in the winter time. This grass is still growing, and this over here, of course, is still growing, so we do not have much to do as far as grass work, but we're making so much money from the transport contracts that I wonder if we should just focus on those. Though I don't want it to be boring. I don't want to be doing the same thing over and over, but we do make much better and faster money from those. Now, if we had a bigger trailer, something that could haul a lot of grass, that would make a difference because we have a long trip to the animal feed dealer. So that might be a worthwhile upgrade eventually. Maybe once we have enough money for like a conveyor belt. Are there conveyor belts in this game? I know there used to be in an older version. Anyways, if we have enough money for a conveyor belt system and a big like semi-pulled wagon, that would be awesome. So I have popped out real quick and I enabled a new mod which allows lease to own, which should mean that as we make payments toward our leased equipment, we should get an opportunity to purchase it. It looks like it shows what we've paid. If I hit purchase, it gives us an option to purchase it for a decreased amount. So that's cool. That adds a little bit of realism. So eventually we'll be able to own the equipment that we've been using. Now, as far as what we need to buy or lease now, we don't have a lot of money, but I think we might be able to afford a small semi. What's the cheapest one here? Oh, that's not too bad at all. I didn't know I had one that cheap. I wonder if these can haul a semi-trailer or if they always have that bed. Yeah, that's not configurable. What about, so this guy is probably the cheapest one. And that's super cool looking too. Okay, so we could probably lease that, so 3,000. And then we need some kind of a trailer that we could load a lot more stuff on because I really want to dig into these transport contracts. If for no other reason, then it's a really good alternative to mowing all the time. And eventually I'd like to do some productions and we're going to need a way to transport our pallets for production. So let's look at, I think in here there is like a semi-trailer with a side that opens up. but I don't know if that's going to be within budget. Let's take a look. I think it's all the way over here. No, it's not there. None of these really work. I don't even know if this hooks up to a semi. No, this looks like a normal trailer. That would work pretty well, but we need a way to transport our skid steer as well. So I think what we want is a low loader. So something like this has plenty of room for pallets, but not for our skid steer. We need something that has room for both. This one has the ramps. We could probably park the skid steer right up there by the tongue. How much is it? $24,500. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable price-wise. It might be a little small. So what about this? Yeah, this would definitely work. So what if we leased this and a cheap semi and could really crank out some transport contracts? I think that's an interesting concept. Now, the other thing, if we lease the semi and this trailer, we could also lease a bigger trailer to hold grass or to haul grass with. So let's look at that. Probably going to spend all of our money here, but I think it's going to be worth it. So what is this? So that doesn't have that much of a bigger capacity than what we're dealing with. I wonder if we can increase it. We can. I think our current forage wagon holds something like 12 cubic meters, so this would about double it. But for, you know, the amount that it costs, I don't know that it's worth it. Let's see if there's some other big tipper. Does this hold grass? It does. Boy, that's expensive. That's expensive also. I think this would be the logical one, but I don't know that we have enough grass to really make that make sense, because 59 cubic meters, that's a lot. That's a lot of grass. I don't even know if we could fill that up in 2 harvests. But I don't know. So maybe this one over here, it's not too bad on price, and it does fit on a semi. Can we change the color? Oh yeah. Let's go with like a green maybe. Yeah, that looks cool. And it holds grass. Appropriate. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go out on a limb here. We're going to throw a Hail Mary and lease all this stuff to really scale up our operation here, in the hopes that within a couple of months, we'll be able to start on productions. All right, here's our new setup. Check this out. This big old semi-looking thing and a couple of trailers. So let's go ahead and get this stuff back to our property. Our funds are not looking too bad after leasing all of this, but we definitely need to make some money. And I know we can do that with transport missions. So this is going to be a really good investment. And we also will be able to transfer a lot more grass at a time now. So here's our old setup, and here's our new one. Look at this. We're going to be able to handle a crazy amount of pallets. So let's get this skid steer loaded up on here, and then we can actually probably just let this truck and trailer go back. I don't think we should continue leasing that, especially with all of our new leasing costs. Also, the skid steer might need an upgrade because it really is not heavy enough. But for now, we'll work with it. I think we might end up getting something better. Let's just see if he can climb up here. Perfect. Just park him right there at the end. And look at all that room we still have for pallets. That's fantastic. This is going to come in handy once we're doing productions as well. Let's get that strapped down. And then I like the fact that we don't have to tip this trailer to unload stuff. That was kind of annoying with the way the tension belts work. Kind of made stuff float in the air, which I do not love. Let's go ahead and send the old truck and trailer back. Oh, we can get rid of this too. Yeah, our daily costs are going to go way down because we just, well, maybe not way down because we got way more expensive equipment, but now we have a little bit less than if we had kept all the other stuff. While I'm in here, let's take a look at a more robust tool for loading pallets. I like skid steers because I think they handle really well. This one's just too light. Unless there's a weight we can get for it, which I don't think there is. This one's about double the weight. There's no weight we can add to the back, but this one might work a little bit better. $2,400. We can afford to lease that, but I don't know that it's going to be that much better. So 4.4 tons. Let's take a look at front loaders. I don't like the articulation on front loaders. That's my problem with these. They're just more squirrely to handle. This one's not heavy enough either. Neither is that. This one would be, but it's very expensive and very big. The skid steer fits perfectly on our trailer. I almost said little trailer. Nope. If it's good on the big one that we have now. Too light. So none of these are really going to help the fact that we can't load big, heavy pallets, but a wheel loader is going to be way too big. Maybe this one would be a lot better. How much is it to lease that? Yeah, let's try it. Why not? Let's just sneak in the back way here. Perfect. They won't mind. I'm a regular customer. I always pay my bills. As long as I don't run into other cars in the parking lot, I should be good. There's our new skid steer. I don't think there's a way for us to transport it at the moment, so we'll just come pick it up when we do our next round of transport missions. And actually, I just remembered one thing is that we don't have a way to load material into this trailer. So I think I'm going to have to get a conveyor belt system. So I know this one will unload stuff from the ground, but I don't think it will go high enough. Now this one we could load onto, and then it is extendable, and we could raise it up and get it to drop everything into our big trailer. But that requires 2 pieces of equipment instead of 1. Whereas with this, I think this might actually do the trick, because I think we can unload straight into that end. What is this called? It says it's a conveyor belt, but I don't think it's a conveyor belt. I think it uses an auger. Now, if you're watching this and you know of a way for me to check the leasing costs that I'm gonna have to pay like next month, that would be awesome, because I don't know how to find that. I haven't looked really hard, but also I just haven't seen it. So usually I just wait until midnight and watch what I get charged. And that has worked so far. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if we can get all these things loaded up. Did I lose my forks? Okay, well, I know how to fix that. We'll go into the store, go to our forks. Oh, we actually own those. Well, I guess we're selling them now. Let's sell them. And let's buy a new set. That's annoying, but that's okay. I don't want to go out looking for those. They're not expensive, luckily. Tracks always feel awesome on equipment, in my opinion. Not really like the handling, because I wouldn't know. But as far as looking cool and making you feel awesome, tracks do the trick. For me, anyways. So here's the moment of truth. Well, not yet. This is the moment before the moment of truth. There we go. Nice and easy. So now this, I think I actually have to get in and drive it, which is super weird. And I have to start the engine. So let's see what happens. 2 question marks, really. Can I get it on the trailer? And second, will it actually do what I think it will do? Just look the other way. This is going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. So just don't pay real close attention to what's going on here. And I think we'll be okay. Did I leave this on? I did not. So hopefully everything's actually strapped this time. It's starting to feel like a real proper operation. Look at all this equipment. It's pretty exciting. It's always nice to see the equipment massing up. It'll be nicer when I have actually bought some of it instead of leasing everything. And this is stuck. Okay, well, we have a fix for that. Man, I'm glad that things don't get damaged when you run them into each other, because I would be in real trouble. I might be the world's worst farmer, honestly. But you know what? You do what you gotta do. Right up here, maybe. Just right on the road, like our little trail, which I don't love because I like being able to drive through it, but it's okay. We can drive through our fields for now. I've been amazed at how well this little bitty tractor is doing at running these implements. I'm sure it's not realistic at all, but it has been nice to be able to use this teeny tiny small cost tractor. I should say small tractor with a low cost, and get so much done. I'm really impressed with it. It's a Landini, I think. Okay, forage wagon ready. Let's turn everything on, and we're ready to go. But I'm going to pick up that mess right there on the ground first. Oh, now I'm mowing the meadow. Perfect. So I think this was ready to go. We'll just do like one swipe maybe. So now we want to see if we can actually unload this into the auger. Now, I might have to turn the auger on. I've never used one of these, so let's back right up to it. Is that good? Might be good. Do we have to turn it on? I wonder if it has to be, like, started. Well, let's do a test. You know what I should have done? I should have used my shovel. But you know what? We're already here. So let's unload here for like half a second, and that didn't work at all. So let's see if we turn it on, if it does what I think it will do. It did not. Well, wonder why. Does it have to be unloaded into it? Is that the thing? Did I miss? Maybe I missed. Let's leave it on and try backing up a little further. It's probably going to turn out that this just doesn't work at all, and I look like a complete fool, but you know what? Wait! Did it just give me a prompt to unload? Fantastic. And whoa, did that unload fast. Okay, so the rest of that we can get with our shovel, no big deal. Shovel obtained. Now can we dump it into the auger? Do I have to turn it on? Yeah, I still don't know if I have to turn it on. There we go. And clean up this little bit we've got left. Cool. We'll leave our shovel right here because this is now our kind of our setup. We're going to leave this pipe here. Looks like we're at 14%. One swipe, 14%. Cool. I just got a random achievement. Okay. Fantastic. Anyways, 14%. So just eyeballing this, we should be able to fit one whole field into this. Maybe part of the other one. So I'm probably going to wait until this is completely filled up and go sell it. Though, today the animal dealer has high demand, so they should pay a better price than usual. So I might just take off whatever I can get today. But for now, I'm going to call it quits for the day. Next episode, we're going to get into mowing this field. We're going to knock it out. It should be so much faster with our new setup and with our new trailer to haul the grass. And once we do that, we're going to be into winter, which is when we can really go to town on some transport contracts with our new low loader and our skid steer. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.